The hair is curled. The nails are mint seafoam green. Seafoam green? What flavor is that? Seafoam mint green. And I am going to Jerry's softball game. Nothing hair curled worthy. I'm gonna go sit at a dusty baseball diamond, and I curled my hair. Mostly because, I don't know, I wanted to see if I could do it. Today's gonna be a funky bunch of an episode, okay? This is the after snaps, the afterthoughts and snapshots of my life. Because afterthoughts, because it's the second video of the week, it's the Friday, and the snapshots, because you're getting a snapshot in my life, it's the after snaps. And it's gonna be a rough one. I'm so tired. I only got 4 hours of sleep last night, and I know some people out there are like, 4 hours? I get 4 hours on a regular basis. You don't even know. I slept like shit the night before. Then I got 4 hours of sleep. But it was the type of sleep where I was on the phone with my friend for an hour and a half and then decided, I gotta go to bed because I gotta get up for work. So then it was late, and then I like couldn't wind down all the way. You know when you're tired and your eyes hurt? Like they just kind of sting. Almost like you got a little tiny bit of Tabasco in them. You're just like, oh, my eyes are hurting. I'm tired. My eyeballs are actually tired. Peeling my eyelids open as I'm taking turns on the highway. And you shouldn't really be taking turns on the highway in general. When do you ever see a sharp left turn on a highway? That's you go in the wrong direction. And then I got this cup. Ignore the Starbucks. I ordered a new cup. It's just purple. No Starbucks logo. Christine, how do you have this much of your drink left but all this ice? I guess that's not uncommon. This is just, this is syrup. There's a lot of ice in here. This is the syrup, the scissor, as the kids call it, or the rappers in the music videos. I'm still making those drinks where it's like the club soda with the syrups in it. So this is just the syrup. I'm out of club soda. So before Jerry's game, I gotta go run and get club soda. We also, I think, are gonna run to McDonald's and just get a McChicken. Because my mom said she was making burgers, and then she got home late from babysitting, and I was writing scripts, and then I was like, I gotta go get in the car to be there on time, and then no one ate. And you're coming with me! Today's drink of choice, because I talked about a different one in a past video, this jug of like energy drink mix that's like a syrup. Tastes like a Red Bull, and then you add strawberry syrup to it, you add almond syrup, and you add white chocolate. Like the white chocolate syrup you would like put in coffee. Oh my, it tastes like a white chocolate Red Bull. Like an almond cheesecake that they dropped in a bucket of battery acid, but for some reason you like the taste of battery acid. It's been growing on you. I think it's very good. Kind of been drinking a lot of them, which is not. I'm drinking enough of them that I bought my own cup because I was tired of it being in a Starbucks cup. Starbucks definitely isn't whipping up what I'm whipping up over here. I'm just tired. I feel like this week is like dragging, but it's not. I was gone this last weekend. I was in Wisconsin visiting an old roommate. My roommate's husband plays rugby, which I'm sure I've taught. I can't imagine what video it would have been in, but I played rugby in college. Okay, this is like a backstory of a backstory. I just went to Wisconsin, but if you want the long story, that's the short story. Here's the long story. In college, I played rugby for 2 years by accident. I saw they had sign-ups, and I was like, oh, a sport. Okay, let's try it. Rugby's not super big where I live, so what did I just roll over? A small child? I mean, I've taken that road 1,000 times, but that time, there was a bump. See, this is why the long story becomes the long story. Because the more you talk about something, the more you're going to get distracted. You're going to pull out in front of me? I don't care how nice your car is. Don't pull out in front of me. Right. And they almost got in an accident. And then we would have no more nice car. Take care of your things, sir. If that's a toy to you, take care of your toys. Again, distraction. In college, I played rugby for 2 years by accident. At my first rugby practice, as I was walking away, and after I ran some drills, and they're like, next week we're going to work on hitting. And I was like, hitting? Physical contact? I don't know. I was walking away, and one of the girls was like, hey, freshman, you want to be friends? And I was like, I'll be friends with you. And she's like, okay, cool. We've been friends ever since. Best friends. We were roommates.
They were roommates.
Oh my God, they were roommates.
We were teammates, friends. I was visiting her. We don't play rugby anymore. We only played for a couple of years. But her husband still plays rugby on like a men's league, and they have this huge rugby tournament called Pigfest. And rugby, traditional rugby, like when you have full teams, is played with 15? I don't even know. I think it's 15 people, 15 on each team. That's who's on the field, or the pitch as they call it. But on Pigfest, it's like a tournament, so they keep it short, or they keep the games short, and they only play 10 people. Saturday was like this big rugby tournament we just went and watched, and I saw a bunch of the guys that used to play rugby when I used to play. Some of the people on the teams, like the girls team, I think the girls team that won the whole thing, I took a picture with their whole team. They recognized me. I was like, these girls could kick my ass. Talk about having a cool fan base. These women could beat the shit out of me. And then they know who I am, and I was like, this is amazing. Thank you guys so much. You guys kicked ass. Like, please no one break my arm after the photo. Like, geez, just snaps my finger off. I'm like, all right, didn't need that one. That one was for flicking people off. Didn't need that one. But the day before that, I'll put in videos. The day before that, we hung out and we went to this like Oshkosh, where I went to college, is on like a river. It's on a lake. It's like a big riverside. I don't know. It's like near the water in the Midwest. Picture it. You see the U.S., you see the Midwest. We zoom in a little bit more. There's a lake. We went to this thing. It's like a floating tiki bar. This tiki bar is the size of a pontoon boat, and it's just a big circle, and it's a bar, and you sit there and you drink and you float for 2 hours. So we did that with a bunch of people. Like, we literally just floated around the lake and the river on a floating bar. It's honestly, I didn't know it was on my bucket list, but I'm glad I could mark it off. It was very fun.
This is the best group I've ever had.
Would recommend, would do again. It was the only bar I've ever been to where he was like, look, he's like, listen, 3 of you have to stand over here and 3 of you have to stand over here. Why? He's like, because we got to keep the equilibrium of the bar afloat. You can chug 7 beers and she could take 2 shots, but 3 over here and 3 over here. It was really fun. Okay, all I'm running in here to get is club soda. Pack up your car, put a hand to your heart. Oh, that's a nice colored car. Well, I'm gonna park in a pothole. In and out. Look what I picked up. Oh my god. Y'all ever have these nerd clusters? They're so good. Little nerds. Like, they used to have them on like a rope. You can tell I'm tired. Just based off of like, I'm not firing on all cylinders. They used to be on the rope, like a nerd rope. And I just don't think they were selling. Who's buying like a 1.5 foot long candy? So now they put it in clusters, and it literally probably saved the damn company. Nerd clusters. A poppable cluster packed with tangy, crunchy nerds. A candy so tasty, there aren't even words. What intern wrote down? Give them a raise. These little people things are a source of happiness. This was the last little 6-pack. This man's on his motorcycle, but he's just like sitting on the motorcycle. Is this biker chick lady? Oh my god. Okay, I thought maybe that was gonna explode into my car. Just, can you imagine? Oh, her cart's rolling towards me. The woman's cart. Okay, so like, I'm just gonna tell this story without pointing and without looking. So like, use your imagination. There's a car kitty corner from me, 5 spaces to your left, my passenger side. And I see her walk up, and I'm like, oh, cute. Like, she's got black on black, little yoga pants. She's got a little, I can't even open this, her little fanny pack on. She opens the trunk of her car, lets her cart go, and it's a full cart. Oh, she got a 30 rack of Budweiser in the cart. I'm seeing it now. She lets the cart go, and she puts the first stack of groceries in the car, and the cart just starts rolling towards my car. Like, just starts rolling towards me, and I look up as it's rolling. In that split second, I was like, that's gonna hit me. That's gonna hit me unless I get out and do some Fast and Furious, Gone in 60 Seconds, Daisy Duke, Hood Slide, and Matrix type of shit and grab the cart. And then at the same time, I look up a split second later, she looks up like she could sense it. Her $90 of groceries were just rolling away, and she grabbed it. I think we have the same type of car. It just started rolling towards me. I think I'm making a cocktail in my seat. Like, a cop's gonna be like, and what the fuck is that? And what are you doing? Ooh, colors. This is the only type of science experiment I like to do. Instead of making us mix potions and shit, well, not potions. What is this, Harry Potter school? Instead of making us, mix sulfur and magnesium in high school to learn about chemistry, they should have been teaching us barista classes. Here's how you make your pinkety drinkety. Like, here it is. Here's how you mix your chemicals in your drink so you get maximum flavor. I think there's way too much syrup in this, a crap ton of ice, and not enough of the club soda, but we will try. Oh yeah, it's strong. Is that his biker wife? Nope. Yeah, I want more club soda. Usually this whole thing fits in here, but I jam-packed it too much. Oh, look at the face! That's a nice sound. Kuna, matata, tomato, tomato. Oh, usually on the Friday videos is where I would update you if I'm like reading a new book. Okay, here's the book my Courtney, who I met in Wisconsin, big reader. Here's the book she wants me to read. And there's 30 holds of it at the library. She's like, you could buy the whole box set of 7 books for like $30. Good deal. I was like, I rarely buy books that I haven't read. I treat books like people used to treat DVDs. If I see the movie and I like it, then I buy the DVD. If I have a book, I read the book, I enjoy the book, then I'll buy the fucking book for my shelf to have forever and ever, to read it again in 10 years and annotate the crap out of it and rip the pages out and highlight and Yes. No, I lied. There's only 4 holds on the book. So I'm waiting for 4 people ahead of me to read this book so I could read it, so she can experience the joy on my face when I tell her that I like it or I don't. I don't know. Picked up a book on the way out. It's called Runaway Groomsmen. The cover of the book, and I think I barely read the back cover, do not do the book justice of the plot line. By page 150, and I'm like that one clip where it's like, what is the original plot line of the movie? I don't know what I thought it would be about, but it's not what I thought it would be about.
How can I help you?
Hi, can I just do a 10-piece chicken nugget with... Thank you. That cashier just said to me, I got chicken nuggets instead of a McChicken. I was like, oh, that sounds so good. That cashier just said to me, have a nice month. What? You're about to ruin my next year. Have a nice month? Just say have a nice day. Have a nice evening. Have a nice hour. Have a nice interaction. Have a nice weekend. Have a nice Wednesday. Have a nice month. One for surefire way to ruin any amount of time for me is to reference the wrong amount of time. That's like someone being like, haven't seen you in a hot hour. I'm like, the phrase is, I haven't seen you in a hot minute. A hot hour? I don't want to see you for the rest of my life.
I don't want to see you again for the rest of my whole life.
Have a nice rest of your month. I mean, is this kid not going to work a shift the rest of the month? Like, he seems like he's checked out. Anyways. And then the car in front of me, they told him to, like, move forward because theirs wasn't ready yet. And I could see it was, like, a minivan, and there was a dog sitting in the passenger seat like Riley does. And as soon as they pulled up to wait for their food, you saw, like, the hand go over, and it looked like they just took the dog's shoulder and, like, gave him a good friendly shake. Like, oh, my, bring out the McChickens. I can't fucking wait to get these McChickens. I was like, is that what Riley and I look like? Like 2 little silhouettes? My big-ass bun and his big-ass head. Anyways, the book I was reading, it's surprisingly good. I think 400 pages is a thick book, in my opinion. That's like, for a romance, someone scratched me at work today. For like a romance book or a rom-com type of book, 400 pages is pushing it. We might as well make it a sequel, actually. You know, like, because 400 pages either means we are covering a long timeline. This book takes place during a month, and people in the book are walking around going, have a great rest of your month. Or this book takes place over a week, and we are packing so much. I'm going to choke on this. Or they're packing so much detail into this book that a week of storytelling takes 400 pages. But the book is about, it's called The Runaway Groomsmen, and it starts with a guy at a wedding who literally runs away from a bride and groom. He flicks them off. It's like a celebrity wedding. He comes up, doing, standing groomsman side of the main attraction, flicks these people off, and then just gets in his car and leaves. And then he ends up like in this small town in the mountains. This parking lot is so packed. Where the hell am I gonna park? Is there any spaces left? I'm gonna work off these chicken nuggets in no time. Oh my, ooh, shillelagh. Boy, I'm walking the lot tonight. You feel me? Jerry just came up and like pretended to kick my car, and I just pointed to the camera. Got you, bitch. You're going to jail. Guy's picking his wedgie. I love sports. In the summer. Not a single napkin. Would I just look like I'm gonna wipe it on my shirt? This girl's wearing a t-shirt that's 2 sizes too big. You know she's using it as a napkin. Excuse me? Excuse me? Look at these buttes. Little chicken nuggies. Anywho, so what was the long story short? Oh, the rugby that was the long story short. I never even told you the story was over. So this guy ends up in this small mountain town, gets drunk after he drove all night getting away from the wedding. It turns out this like hotel that he stays at, the girl who owns it, who's running it, he went on a blind date with one time. And it was a really bad date, like he totally ignored her. And then he just like lives in the town for a little bit. But you know what's really winning me over is the banter in this book is top tier. Sometimes when you read like romance books, the language is just like so bookish. I don't know how to explain it. Like it's just very like book talk. I can't see people on screen reading this word for word. This book says it like people would say it. Like it sounds like she had 2 people sit in a room and talk about a topic and she just like transcribed it word for word. I could see this easily turn into a movie. What have you guys been up to? Please comment down below. I try and like them. Anybody like start a new hobby, get out of a relationship, good or bad? Maybe you were in a great relationship and you're like, hey, things are going too well. I think I'm just gonna end it. You know? And I wanna get in? Wanna get in? You got a surprise guest on the pod. Is it unlocked? Yeah. You thought I was talking to myself? Yeah. Get in the car, at least for a second. Gosh. What else is in here?
You're fine, you're fine. Hello!
Surprise guest by me. I also thought that man who just parked next to us was Steven. So he like pulled up and I like looked at him and then I was like, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, you were just so into it, talking to yourself.
I just look
like,
over
oh
and Mia's
God.
just standing there drinking her drink. My mom was gonna cook dinner.
Okay.
I told them I guess I could fill you in. Do you want one?
No, I'm okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
My mom was gonna make dinner and then she got stuck babysitting late.
Oh, but your hair looks really nice.
Thanks, I curled it
That's
just
really
for
good.
no reason.
That's the best reason. Are you having a taste test? I thought this was a coffee run.
It is, but I just do them before the...
But where's the coffee? Oh.
No, I changed
That's not
it.
coffee.
Whoa. Someone doesn't watch the channel.
I do. You said coffee run on
I
the phone.
changed. Oh, but that's like a general blanket statement of like, I'm going to be in my car
Sounds
for
like you're
20.
a liar. Oh my God!
I know. Probably the most girly thing I've ever done on this channel. Yeah.
They look beautiful. I haven't seen them this color.
Mm-mm.
Usually like a dark color.
Can you hold this for a second?
Yeah. It's gonna
Gum.
smell. I feel like it's gonna smell.
Yeah, it is.
Oh. Yeah. That's the content you
Put
pay
too much.
for.
Come quick, Jared.
Go
She's sucking on a straw.
Don't miss it.
She's gonna choke on her chicken nuggets. Okay, end of afterthought. Whatever this was. This little hang. What is in my eyeball? I told you my eyes hurt. I'm fine. No, I'm fine.
Okay. Just making sure.
I'm fine. Everything's.
Have you ever seen such a beautiful
Stop ruining my video.
taking a video?
Shining so bright. Don't be afraid of the ball, Jerry.
Oh yeah, so you got
Roger! He got his socks dirty. Like an almond cheesecake. Like an almond cheesecake that they an almond cheesecake that they dropped in like an all.
You guys are fucking boring.